Well, yeah, it's one of those deals. Man, it probably wasn't intentional, but it's also one of those deals that you've seen it, I've seen it, intentional or not. At some point, the flagman's going to say enough is enough, and the black flag comes out.
That's right. Wade F. says that this reminds me of that old game Twisted Metal. Do you remember Twisted Metal on PlayStation?
That sounds vaguely familiar.
Welcome to Twisted Metal. You got to kill Calypso. Remember Calypso? Dark Side, the monster truck, the ice cream, the army, the guy, Mr. Skull on the motorcycle. God, I'm revealing how old I am.
Yeah, I don't remember playing too many video games, but I was always the weird one. Everyone else is buying the PlayStation to play with it, and I'm buying it to take it apart and see if I can put it back together. So I was always the weird one in the group. But, yeah, I do remember the game. Whether I played it, that I don't remember.
Garrett Maines back to the front. Matthew Lee to second. Hey, by the way, that's the way it finished last week at North Wilkesboro, 1-2. Garrett Maines, Matthew Lee. Does anybody got anything for Garrett Maines, though? Garrett Maines trying to go for 2 in a row.
I just don't know. I really think Garrett Maines has a good shot. But that being said, then again, I didn't think we would have as many cautions as we had either. So this race, while there's only about 6 laps left, I don't think is anywhere near over.
Real quickly, let's bring in our in-race reporter, the man of NASRA who founded this series, Derek Fulton, currently sits in the 4th position. Okay, Derek, so for all of our viewers that are listening on CRN or watching on LSR TV, what is the overtime rules if it does come to that here as we approach the finish of this race?
We'll get 3 attempts at it. We'll see if we'll need them. Looks like we will need them, so we'll see what happens here.
He said it looks like we will need them, Charles Wooten. Do you think so?
I think so, too.
Yeah, it's been it's a car that, you got to have a lot of give and take, and that's exactly what nobody wants to do tonight. So,
well, Wesley, since we have the one of the creators and the admins in here, we have to ask. I'm just curious myself. Are there any post-race penalties that can and possibly will be issued prior to their post-race?
Yeah, there will be for sure. I'm admin, and a couple other drivers are admin. So unfortunately, we can't really do it live time at the moment. But anything that is reviewable, we will definitely go back and take a look at it. And if that's what's worthy, then that's what we'll have to do.
All right.
Well, there you have it.
Derek Fulton ready to get back to work. He sits in that 4th position right now. Go get him in the finish.
Sounds good, guys.
3 attempts. Number 4, number 7 of the Swag eSports entry. 3 attempts at a green-white checker if we go to overtime. Now, mind you, we have not approached that yet. We are still on lap 106 of 111. But everybody thinks we're going to have another visit by the yellow flag here, Charles.
Yeah, I'm with them. I do not think we are out of the woods, and I'm curious what the viewers out there think. Type it in, yellow or green. Which do you think is going to end this race? We're going to get a green-white checker. So if we take the white flag, it's going to be green. But again, we'll just say, just type yellow in chat if you think we're going to have another caution before this race is over. I'm tempted to type it myself, but I can just say it. I think we're going to see another caution before this race comes to an end.
There we go. He calls it. And 9 times out of 10, whenever Charles calls something, it's pretty accurate. 10 o'clock Eastern time, 9 o'clock LSR TV time in the Central Time Zone. Hey, by the way, don't forget, coming up at, 10:45 tonight Eastern time, we'll have coverage of the World of Thunder iRacing League on LSR TV. Myself in the booth, trying to get Kevin Dedman to be my guest. Also, texted him. He has not responded yet, but we are trying to get Mr. Orange Blossom Special from Dirty Grass Soul to join us, and that is at 10:45 Eastern, 9:45 Central on LSR TV. That will not be on the CRN network. We only cover NASRA on CRN. And I will tell you, as we get ready for the restart, we no longer cover the Josh White series. That's all I'm going to say in regards to that name. Ready to come back to green.
Ooh, and boy, did they almost junk them up on the restart too, Wesley.
Wow.
They were almost wadded them up. They were squirmy, and there you see right there getting a little action going
contact.
on.
That was Seams. Got a little punch. He's in the wall, going up and over, upside down.
Oh, and end over
Still getting crashed.
Well, you said I was right. We didn't complete the lap. Caution is out once again, and we were riding on with it as that was Todd Lean going for a ride. Look at all the sparks, too, by the way.
A shower of sparks for Todd Lean's car. Todd Lean flying through the air. What a tough break for him.
Yeah, that is the last thing he would see.
And this race will go to overtime now.
Yes, anything less than 5 laps to go when we go into overtime, well, the math, 9, 10, 11, that's only 3. See, I can do a little bit of math, Wesley.
Yeah.
Just not anything above 6. If it takes more than one hand.
Todd Lean, the driver, tough break for him. And from Petoskey, Michigan, involved in that accident for the Buddy Project BP Racing entry. For IMCAR, my apologies, the IMCAR Motorsports Network, Todd Lean. Let's show the replay one more time. That was a pretty wicked fly through the air for the man in this car. Watch this replay.
Yeah, and while we're watching this too, I had to read it on some social media posts. It was, again, the 92 getting to the back bumper of Todd there and sending him for a little bit of a ride.
Then that is what definitely the conversation is, that Todd Lean got into him. Let's see it one more time. I don't know if it was intentional or not. This is a growing series.
And we were getting word to check out the Will Duvall there, so let's go quickly. Let's go on board here, and we're going to go look at this. This is what our in-race reporter told us to take a look at. Look at this view.
Oh, he got bumped, but wow. What a save.
So, the caution's going crazy, but the
what a save. What a save, Will Duvall. What a save for you.
Yeah, I feel like that was a lot of luck, eh?
That was something.
That is the second huge save that we have seen in a close call here tonight.
And by the way, we have passed the scheduled distance.
Yep.
So do you think we're going to get one shot at a restart here, Will, or do you think it's going to be green caution to the finish?
Honestly, I'm foreseeing one more after this because the way that they're running, I foresee people trying to push their way to the front to try to get in that money pool for this race before the checker flag comes out.
All right. We'll let you go, buddy. Good save, though. Good save.
Thanks.
Yeah. What a move there for Will Duvall. And let's check in on Mr. Ray Richer one more time. He's currently in the top 5. See where he is at, Ray Richer. Overtime at Dover.
Don't jinx me. I said it before and I'll say it again, man. Don't jinx me. I can't believe we got 3 green white checkers. These cautions are way too long, man. I want to get going, and we were moving at the end, boys. That little shindig that happened up front between the 3 guys there, it was obviously per accident. Everybody just kind of getting antsy to get going, and I spun the tires on the restart. I'm not going to lie to you, and then I just got right back at it. And man, this is intense, very intense.
Definitely a good debut for you at a track that's definitely difficult.
There's no question in my mind this is difficult, but I will say again, we've had a little more cautions with the second half of this race where these tires have cycled through, but they still bite after like maybe a lap now, because if you look at the track, and this comes in form in iRacing, there's shadow down between 1 and 2. Right now it's sun on the back. With that cooling track, it makes these cars bite so much harder. You can stand right on it, and it gives it more horsepower, man. Maybe 10 or 15 in the real world. Not sure if iRacing built it in, but I'm telling you, I can turn this thing, and it's just amazingly fast.
What do you think we're going to see here in this last couple of overtime restarts, Ray?
Well, I was talking to Garrett here, obviously up there in the lead, and I told him, I says, get ready for the most 4 intense moments of your life around this place, and laps, that is, of course. And I think it's going to be exactly that. I mean, let's put it this way. Was it the 95? I couldn't remember the gentleman's name, but he got by me in that pink and white car there, and he was damaged, but nonetheless, he was still fast. Yes, sir. And, man, he still drove the wheels off it to get below me, and I was able to get by him on the restart, and that helped me massively. So I think you're going to see one heck of a shuffle to get to the front. Keep an eye on Matthew Lee. Matthew wants that lead back, and Garrett's just holding on to it, not necessarily for dear life. He's driving pretty darn good in that one machine right now. He knows what's going on.
And you got Derek Fulton right there in front of you, the guy that kind of helped you get involved in this series.
Yes, sir. He offered me to race tonight, and I appreciate that. So, obviously, race everybody clean and green. But we're going to try to get this thing to the front, man. I'm not going to lie. I want to be in this top 5 for the first and only time ever here at Dover with these guys. It may be again. You never know.
All right, go get him.
Appreciate it, guys.
As Ray Richer ready for the home stretch, and we checked in all 3 of our in-race reporters, except for Derek Fulton. We checked in with him earlier. Oh, Charles, it's going to be good. Katie, bar the door, brother.
Yeah, you got the Cupid shuffle. Well, I think he said they're going to shuffle. I think we got the Dover shuffle fixing to happen here. They're not going to hold back. These guys are going to try to get to the front as quickly as they can. The only one I'm worried about is probably that one, but he gets a good jump right there. But everybody else, you can literally just ace victory if you're in second and third.
Garrett Maines takes off from the pack. He's in the restart zone. Matthew Lee in second, Pete Pellini third. Ray Richer has now moved to fourth, getting around Derek Fulton for fifth. Remember, if they take the white flag, race is official. Here comes Garrett Maines off turn 4. White flag. This next lap ends the race. Garrett Maines, final time into turn 1 and 2.
Ray Richer, we're going to have issues back there. We'll check in with him. But the leader
Crash, Ray Richer goes around.
Yeah, we'll check in with that after this.
It doesn't matter. They're coming back for the finish off of turn number 4. 2 in a row in the Outlaw Super Late Model Series under NASRA for Garrett Maines from Powelton, Virginia. Second spot to Matthew Lee, scripted just like North Wilkesboro last Wednesday night. Pete Pellini for IM Car will finish in third. Derek Fulton fourth. Rhett Tucker the top 5.
And while we wait for him to do his celebration, we'll take a look here and see what happened to Ray Richer. Again, we saw him drop like a rock, and right there, that was actually a little bit of net code.
He got hooked by Rhett Tucker.
Yeah,
he got hooked by Rhett Tucker.
Take a look here. I believe that might have been a little bit of net code to top it all off here tonight. And no, he just got him right there.
No, he got into him. Yeah, that's contact. What a tough break for Ray Richer. Oh, man.
Unfortunate for him. Meanwhile, of course, there is your winner. Going to do some celebrating here tonight for sure. And 2 in a row, like you just mentioned.
What a strong run for the driver of the number 1 machine of Garrett Maines. Let's take a look at the results. Cue up that music. Celebration time coming up. The Clan War servers post-race wrap-up. Garrett Maines is the winner. Matthew Lee, second spot. Pete Pellini, third. Derek Fulton, fourth. Rhett Tucker will finish in fifth. Jason Maines, sixth. Keith Bradley, even after the problems he had, will come back and finish in seventh and 92. Brandon Hughes, 8th. Ryan Battle, 9th. And Kernan Church rounds out the top 10, Charles.
Yeah, it's going to be Michael Jeans in the 11th. A little bit of a disappointing, but still close to a top 10. Brandon Gagnon going to finish in the 12th. Mike Adamson in 13th. Will Duvall, again, not a total disappointment, but definitely not the way he wanted it to end in 14th. J.J. Denson III in 15th. Ken Zeem's definitely a disappointing night there. Still, though, finishing 16th on the lead lap. And unfortunately, after that little incident there, Ray Richard falls one lap down. Billy Smith